Real life diag people, this just got dropped off. It's not starting. So first thing we do is look at the battery, right? Just opened the hood and took a look at the battery. Says sometimes it starts and sometimes he has to jump it. Well, look at that. It looks like this battery's been leaking. Look at all the wetness and corrosion on top. Doesn't look that new. Let's see if we can find a date sticker. It might be underneath here, but just look. This has been repaired with a steel lug instead of copper or brass, and this actually wiggles. Look, I can. Where's that wire? Give me that wire. I was just, come on. There we go. I'm wiggling the wire. See it moving right there? I'm wiggling it. It's dirty. It's corroded. It's nasty. I don't like it very much. I think I know why he's having starting issues. This needs to be replaced. I think I'm going to put a copper lug on there. I can clean it up, see what happens. There should be copper inside of this lug, and it's like coated on the outside with steel. Brush these wires off, maybe cut it back, clean it, clamp it better. Maybe put one of my own terminals on it. And I would say, just looking at the battery, if your battery looks like this, guys, you probably need a new battery. You don't have to drop it off at my shop. Just change the battery. But if you're not mechanically inclined enough to clean all this stuff, don't have wire wheels or whatnot, I guess it's okay to drop it off. Haven't started the vehicle yet since it got dropped off. And so let's put the old top-down battery tester on there and see what we got. You just hook your positive. If it's a little dirty, give it a little scrapey scrape. There we go. Now we see nothing's on the screen. Now we do a little scrapey scrape. Hard to get a good connection here because it's funky. Hey, 12.26 volts. Doesn't look too bad. Let's do a battery test on it, because even though the battery looks like crap, it might be fine. Who knows? We got to find our cold cranking amps. I can see it down there, 735. We just go down to 735. Enter. So our volts were good, but it doesn't mean the battery's good. Health 65%, charge 45%. Let's see if she starts. Oh yeah, started up just fine, just fine. It's been sitting here for a day. Finally got time to pop the hood and look at it. Sun's getting low, people. I'm gonna call it a day, but I would say his issue is probably the connection here. I can wiggle the wires through the clamp, through the terminal, and it's real. This is not very good. Look at it. It's going through the bolt of this aftermarket replacement one. So I'd say if I just clean all this up, it might be good to go. He may not need a battery, but the battery does look like crap. I might take my air compressor, blow all this crap off, pop these covers off, and top it off with some distilled water if the cells are low. And that battery is probably fine. I think we're just not getting very good connection here. So, yeah, if your stuff looks like that, where the copper's getting all black and corroded and green and there's rust on your terminals, yeah, that's probably the problem. I think I'm gonna put my own terminal on there. I don't much care for this style. Oh, we tested the battery, shows it's good and it was charged, but sometimes won't start. I'm heading for this, and I said, your battery looks like crap. You want a new battery? Yeah, throw a new battery in while you at it. So let's go. I've been playing around with this new product, Steel Camel. This is battery terminal protectant, corrosion inhibitor. Also works as a lubricant and anti-seize, electric safe. It's like it has the consistency of grease almost. And then we have the spray. You can spray, dip, or brush it. This is a corrosion inhibitor lubricant for like wiring. Apply to both wire and terminal. And it removes oxidization. Pretty cool. Pretty sure they're a family-owned USA type business, and it's supposed to be the cat's pajamas. So let's use this. You can see we got some oxidization on our copper cables from whoever repaired this First thing is take off these 2 bolts. You can see the back side of this is making pretty clean contact with the terminal, but that's steel to steel, and you want, when you use these, you want the right size bolt making contact with that copper inside. So it's not like the best connection is, you know, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, this guy was a little wiggly inside there. Not too awful bad though. Popping that cap off the terminal, you can see some of the wires came out with it, but right here in the area where it counts, it actually looks pretty clean compared to what I could see with it still on there. It looks a lot cleaner in the middle. This is where that steel Camel's gonna come in handy. It's going to prevent the oxidization of the copper, so it's not all green and black and nasty. We got some wires just kind of crumbling apart here, and it's not clean shiny metal right here, so that could have been less than perfect contact. You got the battery out, and it looks like it's about 5 years old. I mean, that's what I expect out of a small motorcraft battery, is 5 to 7 years around these parts. So it's about time for a battery change. Let's see, this bottle says remove oxidization. So will it clean up this and this if we just spray or dip it on there? Let me get you a better look on this. I was expecting it to be worse underneath that clamp, but it was actually better. And you can see we got some green forming, brown, and black on the tips of the wires that were sticking out of the battery terminal. Let's spray it on there and just see what happens. See what happens. I think this is more for an inhibitor, but it does say remove oxidization. So let's run it. All right, left it on there for about 15-20 minutes, and look at that. It does clean up copper wire. Look at the lug here, and yeah, that rust is a little too much for it. But as far as a little bit of copper, it does clean up copper wire pretty good. Just spraying it on. Didn't wire brush it in or anything. Pretty nice. Not bad. It's nice and shiny again. Now we're going to prep this battery terminal with a little bit of the battery terminal grease. It's multi-purpose, but battery terminal protector. We'll go ahead and put some of this on it. I decided I'm going to replace that terminal on the other side on the ground, and I buy them in bulk off Amazon. You can go check out my Amazon store if you want. I buy them by like 20 at a time. Comes with a little green felt pad, so we'll go ahead and put that on there too. Just a little layer, not too much. Perfect. Final products looking a lot better here. We have I accidentally went upward a little bit with my ground. I was trying to go straight over. But this bolt is much thicker than these skinnier bolts. See, we got nice, clean connection. I trimmed off the excess. Unlike the other people, that stuff drilling out can pick up, start oxidizing, and then the oxidization goes faster. Cleaned up the part that matters with my Dremel grinder right there. And this bolt is actually the right size for this wire lug, and I trimmed it back with my grinder a little bit so the copper is directly touching. We got a nice tight connection, everything's clean, everything has the corrosion inhibitor on it, the steel Camel. Got that on the wires, boom, so it won't corrode in the future. The little felt pad that comes with that. Ooh, almost lost my magnet. Now we're going to attach the positive cable here, and we'll be all done. This guy will have no more problems starting. I'll try to put a link to the steel Camel in my description or comments or something. I'll see if they sell it on Amazon or something. I don't think they do. I think they're just a private little family-owned company. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.